AMP22. That's AMP2.TV. All County Healthcare, Inc. is locally owned and operated, serving the Tri-County area, Palm Beach, Dade, and Broward counties for the last 25 years. The practice of medicine is changing dramatically. All County Healthcare, Inc. still does it the old-fashioned way, where our nurses and healthcare professionals come into your home to service your medical needs, providing you the fastest and best care possible. For more information, call 954-717-7027. And remember, Medicare Home Care is covered by Part A of Medicare with no out-of-pocket cost to you. It's your decision, and only your decision, on what healthcare agency you use. Call today. All County Home Health Care, Inc. at 954-717-7027. License 200999096. The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Welcome to How to Stay Healthy, where we interview doctors each week across the vast medical landscape of cardiology, neurology, orthopedics, sports medicine, and primary care. Join us here for your prescription to better health. Hello, South Florida and beyond, and welcome to the How to Stay Healthy show, where we bring you the latest in healthcare talk and news across South Florida. We are sponsored by All County Healthcare. They are a Medicare certified agency, home health care. Their number is 1-888-717-7170. If you have any questions, you can ask Maddie about home health care, Medicare, which I believe the open enrollment ends today. It is December 15th. Unbelievable. We're really flying by here. And I did see that the Affordable Care Act was extended as well. That was going across the wire today. So I guess that didn't get repealed as of yet. Neither did the tax reform. So still some projects that our neighbor down the street is working on. But I'm here to bring you the news on health, so we won't go into the politics. Again, welcome to the show. One thing I want to say about our sponsor, All County Healthcare, I found out today they're making a substantial donation to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. This is as part of All County Healthcare's holiday season. And as you know, we've heard nothing but great news over the years from St. Jude's. St. Jude is leading the way in the world on the way the world understands, treats, and defeats childhood cancer and other life-threatening diseases. So that's great that All County Healthcare is reaching out and making a donation to St. Jude's. And as you may or may not know, St. Jude's is based in Memphis, Tennessee, a great city. I've actually been there many times, traveling, playing football, but definitely go back. Great food, great nightlife, and obviously a great hospital that's helping with children's disease and cancer and other life-threatening diseases. Since I have a little extra time tonight, I just want to also mention that St. Jude's has some affiliate clinics across the United States. I didn't know this, but they're in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So we had CEO Trey Abshir from Florida Medical Center on this show a week and a half ago, and Trey told us that he's actually a native of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and that he went to LSU, Louisiana State University. So I didn't know St. Jude has an affiliate hospital right there in Baton Rouge. Charlotte, North Carolina, another city that I've been to, a great small city, North Carolina. I was there actually. Again, I'm going to tie it to football, the Meineke Car Care Bowl, when NC State played University of South Florida. Boy, it was a few years ago now. Wow. 2005, I believe, when USF had that great run. So, again, St. Jude's has an affiliate right there in Charlotte. They have an affiliate in Huntsville, Alabama, Johnson City, Tennessee. Hey, that's in the Wagon Wheel song with Darius Rucker, and before that, I believe Big Medicine, and written by Bob Dylan, I think. St. Jude's in Peoria, Illinois, Shreveport, Louisiana. So they have two locations in Louisiana. Springfield, Missouri, and Tulsa, Oklahoma. So, again, thanks to All County Healthcare for making that donation. I had a cardiac thoracic surgeon coming on the program tonight, but he actually got stuck in surgery. And prior to that, last week, he was stuck doing his board certification. So we will have him on in the future, and I'll talk a little bit about the preview of the shows that we're going to do in the future as well. We are on Tuesdays, 6 to 7 p.m. right here on WWNN, and also right here 5:30 to 6 on Fridays. So you can always catch us. We always have doctors on the program. I think we've had over 100 doctors in the last year, either in studio or call into the program. We also welcome nurse practitioners. And like I said before, we had a CEO of a hospital. So if you'd like to have your doctor on, or you just want to talk health, you can give me a call here during those times, Tuesday 6 to 7 or 5:30 to 6 on Fridays. The number is 1-888-565-1470. And if you're driving around in that traffic right now, boy, it's been horrendous in South Florida the last few weeks. And it's safe, and you have hands-free device. You can give me a call if you want to talk about maybe having your doctor on, or talk about a topic in health, because, we've covered it all this last year. So, again, 1-888-565-1470. And I just have to mention the traffic. It was some of the most horrendous traffic I've been in today. I came up from Fort Lauderdale and the studios here in Boca, and I haven't had this happen in a year. It must be the time of the year, but someone pulled out in front of me, another cut me off, a third person came across 3 lanes and almost clipped me. I mean, does this happen to you, or is it just this time of the year? I feel like the traffic hasn't been a problem all year, but, that's then and there. But anyways, I hope that you're safe out there and that you don't need a doctor. But if you do need one, you can always come to the show, as we have the latest in cardiology, neurology, orthopedic surgery, and endocrinology, as well as primary care. Today I'm going to tell you a few ways how to stay healthy, but also I'm going to talk about some of the doctors that we've had in the program, kind of do a little bit of a year in review, and then also preview the doctors I got coming up. Almost booked for the rest of the month, and January's almost booked as well. So if you want to have your doctor on, you can always let me know. We're also on Facebook Live, All County Healthcare. You can write it right there in the comments. I'll see it actually during the shows, or I can go back and take a look. And if you ever want to check out a show that maybe you missed, or a show that you like to look back on, you can always see them all. They're all on All County Healthcare Incorporated's Facebook page. Just type that into the search bar and like All County Healthcare, and you'll be able to see all the shows, or on YouTube and AMP2 TV as well. So one of the things, I want to bring you some new news today. Dr. Jonathan Hirsch, a friend of the program, who's been on here 3 times in the last year, he is a Boca Raton doctor specializing in orthopedic surgery and sports medicine. He is introducing a new procedure in his office that can bypass an MRI. So when you have an injury and you need to see an orthopedic surgeon or sports medicine specialist, most of the time you make an appointment and you see the specialist if they haven't already seen you in the hospital, and then that appointment's set. But say something's wrong with that knee and it just doesn't feel right, and you make an appointment with Dr. Hirsch. You would normally go to Dr. Hirsch's office. He would do a diagnosis of the knee injury. Normally he would sometimes maybe send you for an MRI. So you'd leave the office, go get an MRI. Once the MRI results in, you would return to the office normally a few days later, and then the doctor would look at the MRI and maybe decide physical therapy will work, or that you need surgery. And then the decision would be made right then and there. And then you leave the office again and go schedule surgery, or the doctor would help you schedule surgery. And then you'd probably go for a consultation right before the surgery at the doctor's office and then have the surgery. So that's 4 times you're seeing the doctor right there, 4 different times. Dr. Hirsch is introducing a program where that first office visit, he's able to look into your knee or joint right then and there with a scope in the office. It's called the My Eye, MI-EYE, My Eye. And it's a real-time imaging tool. He's looking at the joint right then and there. He's going to decide if you need physical therapy or surgery. And you may not even need an MRI. And as you know, if you've ever had one, I mean, sometimes insurance will cover it. Sometimes you have to pay a little out of pocket. You never know. So this may be a way to bypass the MRI. And we're going to have him on in the future to talk about this. Again, the My Eye is a handheld arthroscope that he's actually able to look into the joint and see in a 120-degree viewing angle right then and there what the injury is or ailment with the joint. So we're going to have Dr. Hirsch on to talk about that in the new year. And again, that's a way that many My Eye consultations consist of just one visit before physical therapy, or in some cases, orthopedic surgery is scheduled. And I'm just going to plug Dr. Hirsch here because he's been so grateful to be on the program so many times. You can look him up at hirschmd.com, HERSCHMD.com, or go to Tenant Florida Physician Services website. That's tfpsdocs.com, tfpsdocs.com. Dr. Hirsch is on staff at West Boca Medical Center, so that's where he does surgery. And if you're wondering about Tenant Florida Physician Services, so Tenant Florida Physician Services is a division of Tenant Healthcare in South Florida, and Tenant Healthcare owns 10 hospitals, 5 in Palm Beach County, right here in Palm Beach County. So that's Palm Beach Gardens Medical Center, St. Mary's Medical Center, Delray Medical Center, Good Samaritan Medical Center. I should remember that one. That's where my daughter was born. And West Boca Medical Center. And I was actually born at Palm Beach Gardens Medical Center, which is part of Tennant now, but it wasn't at the time when I was born. But 5 great hospitals in Palm Beach County, 1 hospital in Broward County, that's Florida Medical Center, a campus of North Shore. So that's the hospital where Trey Abshire, the CEO, was on the program a week and a half ago telling us all about all the great services they offer, and a real hospital that's really turned the corner in terms of patient care and quality. He was telling us about all the new additions to the hospital, and it's looking really good over there. And Tenant Health has 4 hospitals in Miami-Dade County. That's North Shore Medical Center in Miami, Palmetto General Hospital in Hialeah Hospital, and then Coral Gables Hospital. And those are the 4 hospitals for Tennant in Miami-Dade County. So that's 10 hospitals in South Florida. So Tenant Florida Physician Services, TFPS for short, is a division of Tenant Health. And TFPS is a multi-specialty physician group that has provided care to the communities of Palm Beach, Broward, and Miami-Dade counties since 2007. It's an employed physician group. TFPS physicians, including primary care specialists and subspecialists, have cared for over 719,000 patients since 2007. That is unbelievable. So those are unique patients, 719,000 patients across various medical and surgical specialties. TFPS exists. Their award-winning physicians provide a level of expertise that has resulted in regional first and outstanding patient outcomes. And TFPS physicians and staff are committed to delivering high-quality care. Their mission is to improve the life of every person who enters their doors. They are proud to be one of the largest and most respected physician networks in the area of South Florida. And I'm going to talk a little bit about a new procedure that a Tenant Florida Physician Services cardiac electrophysiologist, who's also been on the program once, Dr. David Wiseman, is doing. He's doing a HeartLite endoscopic ablation system for the treatment of AFib. We've talked a lot about AFib this year on the program. So atrial fibrillation is a heart arrhythmia. So that is normally described as a flutter in the heart. And they've learned over the research that the AFib can cause stroke and other ailments. So I want to talk to you a little bit more about what Dr. Wiseman is doing with the HeartLite procedure in a minute. We're going to take a quick commercial break and talk about that, and I'm going to give you a preview of next week's show because we have one of the top cardiologists in the area coming on the show on the How to Stay Healthy show. How to stay healthy. It's a question asked by many people and answered by few. On How to Stay Healthy with David DiPino, I'm going to bring you the latest in health news by interviewing top doctors from South Florida and around the world. Tune in on Fridays at 5:30 p.m. right here on WWNN Radio 95.3 FM and 1470 AM, the Health and Wealth Network, to hear the latest health treatments. And my curveball question of the hobbies and passions in life doctors pursue when not providing medicine.
All County Healthcare, Inc. is locally owned and operated, serving the Tri-County area, Palm Beach, Dade, and Broward counties for the last 25 years. The practice of medicine is changing dramatically. All County Healthcare, Inc. still does it the old-fashioned way, where our nurses and healthcare professionals come into your home to service your medical needs, providing you the fastest and best care possible. For more information, call 954-717-7027. And remember, Medicare Home Care is covered by Part A of Medicare with no out-of-pocket cost to you. It's your decision, and only your decision, on what healthcare agency you use. Call today. All County Home Health Care, Inc. at 954-717-7027. License 200999096.
And now back to How to Stay Healthy, your weekly doctor's interview and prescription to better health. And we're back on the How to Stay Healthy show, where we talk about the latest in health news. And we're brought to you, as you know, you heard the commercial there, All County Healthcare. And again, All County Healthcare has made a donation to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. And I think that's just terrific. And for this time of the year, you know, that's great to hear. And All County Healthcare, if you have any questions about Medicare or home health, you can call Maddie at 1-888-717-7170 or visit allcountyhealthcare.com, or you can always find them on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. I'm always using their Facebook page. There's great information there. Just type in All County Healthcare Incorporated in the browser. And we're talking a little bit about Dr. David Wiseman before the break, and I'm going to get to that information next. And then I actually have someone from All County Healthcare in the studio tonight to tell us a little bit about the programs they offer and just a little bit more into the company. But I did promise you Dr. Wiseman before the break, so I'm going to tell you about that first. So Dr. Wiseman, again, is a cardiac electrophysiologist, and to be honest, I didn't know what that was even 2 years ago. So he's like an electrician for the heart. And he does this HeartLite endoscopic ablation system by CardioFocus. He's going to be the first in Florida to do this. So he's a Palm Beach Gardens-based doctor. And I believe he's proctoring right now with a physician from outside of Florida. As you know, physicians do a lot of education and training before they go ahead and do surgery or interventional procedures. So Dr. Wiseman will be the first in Florida, and we're going to have him on the show after he does his first case. He has promised to be on the show, and that case will be done at Palm Beach Gardens Medical Center. It's a great heart hospital in North Palm Beach County. It's world renowned for their heart care, and Dr. Wiseman's going to be helping patients with AFib, heart arrhythmias that can't be controlled with medication. So that's that flutter in the chest that I was talking about before. But as we've had cardiologists on this program and even heart surgeons on this program, they've told us that if that's not treated over time, it can lead to a stroke or other ailments. Dr. Wiseman's HeartLite procedure, it takes less than 3 hours, and in most cases, patients go home from the hospital the very next day. So they actually walk out of the hospital the very next day. And remember, this is interventionally. So this is through a groin puncture in a vein in the groin, or I believe for this procedure it's in the groin, but they also can go through the wrist. So this isn't open surgery. This is through a catheter base that goes through the arteries into the heart. So that's less chance for infection, less time in the hospital, which is a win-win both for the patient, the doctor, and the hospital. And so we'll have Dr. Wiseman on in the future. And then I do want to welcome John Kelly to the program. John, one of the things that All County Healthcare does is try to keep patients out of the hospital in terms of readmission. So tell us a little bit about that and about the company, because we have someone from the company right here in the hot seat.
Absolutely. Thank you, David. Thank you so much. And we at All County Healthcare, do our very best to take care of our patients. We are passionate about taking good care of our patients. And the owner of the company, Louis Biazzi, is very, very selective on who he hires as the caregivers. Our nurses, our therapists, our OTs, our PTs, all our people, including the staff that manages the office, are just wonderful, caring people that are passionate about helping people. And we do everything we can for our patients. That's why we're able to take care of them at such great access and take care of them in so many ways. But mostly is the connection with the patient is bonded from, the office staff and then our caregivers that go out in the field. Such as one in particular is our respiratory therapist, Ed Salazar. Ed Salazar does an amazing job. He's got over 40 years experience in the field working as a respiratory therapist. He's our head respiratory therapist. And also, we are the only home health care company that has the IPV therapy, which Ed has been on our program before, and he's talked about IPV. It is interpulmonary percussive ventilation system. It's a device that helps people breathe easier. He would best to describe it, but we have helped quite a few patients over the years, from readmissions to hospitals. We've helped people that have bronchial ailments. We've had people that have different respiratory issues going on, and we've had tremendous success with that. So that is just one of many things that our company has done. That in specific is the one thing that we separate ourselves from any other home healthcare company. We're the only ones who have the IPV therapy.
That's great to hear. And we had Ed on the program twice in the last 2 months, and that IPV treatment, he was telling us how it's used for COPD, and it breaks up the congestion in the chest. And we even had the CEO of Florida Medical Center on the program, as I've told you a few times, and as you've listened to in the past. That was a week and a half ago. And he was telling us, CEO Trey Abshire of Florida Medical Center was telling us that the hospital needs help with readmissions because they are actually watched by the government with readmission numbers, right?
That is very accurate.
So if there's a program that can help keep patients out of the hospital, and especially he told us how big of a problem COPD is, and obviously that's probably tied into all the smoking that was going on, and
Absolutely.
our baby boomers are getting older.
Absolutely, David. As a matter of fact, earlier in November, we were at the Lung Force Expo down there in Davie, and we presented our equipment to several physicians in the area, some of the best respiratory therapists, respiratory specialists, doctors, various doctors from all over South Florida were there. And to be honest, they were very impressed with, our machines, and they are very interested. And we're just out to help people. The bottom line is Mr. Biazzi invested quite a bit of money in these machines because he believes in it and he knows it has helped patients, and that is our bottom line. The patients are the heart of our business, and we love them, and we love taking good care of them.
And so the home health and this treatment actually is done in the home, but you have certified healthcare professionals, nurses, etc., that will help people out after they've been discharged from the hospital and need home care, right?
Correct.
Okay.
What we do is we deal with Medicare. If a patient goes into the hospital and they're going to be discharged and they're homebound, what happens is the doctor can prescribe them home health care by our agency. Okay, now we deal with Medicare patients only, so what will happen is if that person is on Medicare and it's Part A, it's all covered within their policy. So they can receive the best therapy or the best services by some of our skilled nurses or our therapists right at home.
And friends or family members can call or go on the website and contact you out.
Absolutely. We urge you to check out our services. Go to allcountyhealthcare.com. Go to our Facebook page, please. We love to answer any questions. We're here for you. We're here for your loved ones. And just remember, give us a call anytime. We'll be happy to help you out.
Or if you're a doctor, too, and you're looking for a great home health care agency, you can give All County Healthcare a call at 1-888-717-7170, and they can work with your staff to get you connected as well and get some great care for your patients and keep those patients out of the hospital. I want to give a quick preview because we already have next week booked and most of January booked for the show. So the show's got a lot of momentum. Next Tuesday, I'm actually going to be covering the Boca Raton Bowl, but my counterpart, Patty Villa, she's the PR manager for Tenant Health, the 5 hospitals, is going to have on Dr. David Perloff. He's a cardiologist, and he's also involved as elected president of Florida chapter of the American College of Cardiology and to the Board of Governors for the National American College of Cardiology. And then next Friday, Dr. Jim Ross, FAU's other team physician. You know, we had Dr. Alan Saperstein on, so we have both FAU's physicians on this show. And that's all the time we have, so join us next week on the How to Stay Healthy show. For a prescription to better health from the top doctors in the medical fields of cardiology, neurology, orthopedics, sports medicine, and primary care, join us each week on the How to Stay Healthy show.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of the state.